How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this time we are back with Tyrrell's Last Dance, and we have headed back across the pond to Canada, to the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Canadian Grand Prix. Unfortunately, last time we did lose our lead of the World Drivers' Championship. We were there for a good time, not a long time, after a very, very difficult Monaco Grand Prix. But we're back, and hopefully, as I said at the end of the last one, hopefully Montreal will be an easier track for us to navigate through. There is Damon Hill, victorious last time in our Damon's Redemption series last time. Go and see that if you want, if you haven't seen it already. But yes, hopefully we will be. But the car will. This track should hopefully suit it a bit more. It's got the long straights to compensate for some of the more technical aspects of it, all the chicanes and the hairpin at the top of the circuit. So hopefully we'll be able to navigate this one a bit better. Like this bit here might be a bit tricky for us. As you can see, as I said, quite a lot in the Monaco one. The car's got to turn the circle of the Titanic. So this is a bit more sweeping than it is in modern times. You do have an extra chicane there, but here we go. We're going to come to this one. We might need to do our best drifting. If I can, again, the drifting has never been voluntary. It's always been imposed upon me as we pass our teammate there in our first qualifying lap here. As we're just going to try and go round, and we have drifted a bit too much there as we slam into the Armco there. So I think there's only the two chicanes on this version. There might actually be one on the back straight. There was there for a time a chicane halfway down the back straight. We will find out here as we take that corner very, very slowly once again. So the hairpin, if you've watched the Monaco episode, and thank you all very much if you have taken the time to watch the Monaco episode. Yeah, the hairpins and the tight corners were very, very difficult for us to navigate in Monte Carlo. So that was pretty much our downfall. That and a bit of a coming together with other cars, shall we say, halfway through. But we're going to get round here as easily as we can. That was quite difficult. We are on provisional pole, but I think we can do a bit better than 1:39.02 there. If we can stay away and keep it clean, as we haven't managed to do there. We come up to the first of the chicanes here. It's a wee bit easier because that's slightly more open. It's not quite as tight as the other ones on the track. Certainly the first one that's not in, as I said, it's not in this one, is a lot tighter. That was really clean. We did do a bit of rallying there. He's not, as it seems to be, we've got a bit of porpoising on here. It's not just a modern fad. The porpoising seems to be affecting the Tyrrell in 1998 as well, as we've managed to just skid our way there. You thought after being top of the World Drivers' Championship the rallying would have been out of his system, but no, not unfortunately not. As we head down towards the final corners here, and we're spun round again. Not quite the Wall of Champions at this point. I don't think it became the Wall of Champions until 1999. We didn't quite make it there anyway, but we are going across the line. We've actually gone worse this time, but that did happen. That was a couple of spins involved there. So I'm just going to try and take this one very slowly. That was better. We're almost crawling round there. As the car is struggling to take these, we do, and as I say, it looks as if we've got the. It's looking like a 2021 Mercedes there with all the bouncing down the straight there. This car isn't even ground effect. It's just obviously the downfall of it being an absolute rocket ship. Oh, I've lost where I was on the track there, so I've come into that corner in completely the wrong place. I thought I was coming up. I thought I was in this part of the track here. I thought I was coming up to the hairpin. Even then, I was probably in the wrong part of the track, but it just came at me slightly quicker than I was, or not as quickly as I thought it was going to come. As we sneak our way around there. So this could be a good one. I can't tell if we were slower or faster at that point. Mika Salo has now gone into provisional pole, it looks like. And I've spun again. Oh, dearie me. This first stint isn't going well at all. We were on to a good lap there as well. We're probably going to be up with the big boys again because I spun at 122, so if I got round there, when I've blown Salo's time out of the water. So I think we are still quicker than our teammate because he's not been up there. So we're going to crawl round here. There we go. Didn't want to go into the green stuff there. So I'm just going to. Yeah, it was slightly better. There was lifting, braking, all sorts of things there. It wasn't the cleanest in terms of actual mechanics of the car, but we managed to keep it on the tarmac and we're actually doing very well. I'll move out here. We do have another corner to come before the hairpin. As it's coming up now, brake nice and early for that. And nice and early for that one as well. There we go. That was very clean indeed. As we are bouncing our way towards the hairpin. Can we keep it? Oh, mini drift there. We kept it on the tarmac, which is good. Not going to be up on. We might not be up on Salo's time there. It's difficult to see with the strange timings. We've gone further back. Someone else has overtaken us. We're now into provisional third, and that's about as clean as we've got it so far. And it wasn't even that clean, but we could be heading towards a good time nonetheless. Where's the start-finish line? It's quite far down here at Montreal. But we do put ourselves on provisional pole after our fourth flying lap, which is nice. It's going to be difficult to overtake the time there after we take a wee detour over the grass. The big man has come back to his rallying roots from the start of the season. As I say, you thought after 3 wins this year he would have had that all out of his system, knowing that keeping it on the tarmac in this one it would be the way to go, but no, he wants to follow in the footsteps of the rally greats. So here we go now, keeping it on the left hand side of the track. We're not going to forget, I don't think I'll ever forget this corner again after it's on the forefront of my mind here to try and make sure I keep that one. And on my mind to make sure I don't mess it up again. Right, okay, the hairpin is certainly cleaner than we've done it before. Not the cleanest it could be, but it is as clean as we've had so far. So this is going to be our last flying lap. We will come in on lap 6 as we usually do. 2 stints of, for those joining us for the first time, for the qualifying I normally do 2 stints of 6 in the Tyrrell, as Eddie Irvine overtakes us into first as we spin once again into the wall of champions this time. Where are we in respect to the start finish line? It's not going to be a better one. We've gone slower this time. So yeah, so as I said at the start, it's certainly better than Monaco. It suits the car better than Monaco, but there is enough technical bits to keep us honest here. Certainly Brazil was. If anyone had watched the Brazil, they are all in a nice handy playlist for you. Anyone that watched the Brazilian Grand Prix, the first and third sectors were excellent because they're all fast-paced, relatively sweeping, fast-paced corners. As soon as you go into the middle sector, that's where everything started to go a bit wrong, and that's where everyone started to catch us up. So one to watch out for, certainly. Here, so we're going to get caught up at this point and right at the start and right at the end of the lap, because even if we do get ourselves in front, having to crawl our way around that hairpin is not going to be it's not going to be helpful, and is probably the word to use. And it does allow everyone a chance to come back on us. So if I just pop ourselves round here, that's the best we've done that so far. I didn't come in on 6. That was a mistake, because I think we're on to a good lap here. Can we get ourselves improved? No, we can't actually. That is disappointing. I will definitely need to come in now, I think, just to fast forward and see what sort of times we are, what we're looking for. I thought that was going to be a good one. We might have reached peak performance here with it when it comes to the timing. I hope we haven't, but we might have done, given that we do have the issues at the start and at the end of the lap. If I take any more, my main problem is if I take any more pace into the final corner, I will just spin again. I've run wide there, but that was actually not too bad. I still think I'm going to be... the problem with this game is when the timing things come on, it doesn't tell you how far behind you are on each sector. It just tells you how well you've done on each lap. I'm well behind anyway on Eddie Irvine on this one. I don't know where the pace has gone, but we'll come in here. So I'm up full 1.1 seconds down on Eddie Irvine's pace. We'll hopefully be able to pick that up in the second half of the qualifying session, as I'm just going to dive into the pits here. I'll just take a wee, I don't even know if that's the right way to do it, but we'll take a wee detour that way anyway. So I'm sticking a couple of laps of fuel. The fuel seems to be fine. I'll take another couple of laps anyway. Still on dry tyres, and we'll just advance the time to see where we're going to be. So we're 1.1 down. Damon is behind us on 1.6. I don't really know where everyone else is going to be. We'll advance the usual half hour here, and we'll see what is going to happen. But in the meantime, whilst we advance the time to 18 odd minutes still to go, I just want to thank everyone who's followed along so far. It is greatly appreciated. And if you want to see more from this series, please consider subscribing. It would be greatly appreciated as well. You've got this series, and you've got currently Damon's Redemption on a Sunday, which follows Damon Hill at Jordan in the 1998 season. So we advance. So DC has done almost his full. DC, Schumacher and Eddie Irvine have almost done their full complement of laps. They've all done 11 laps, and 1:20.5 is now the pole time. I have no idea where that'll put us in terms of positioning. But we'll dive out of the pits here, and we'll see 18th. My goodness, this is not at all what I thought Montreal was going to go. I did think we were probably going to be on to a slightly better performance here, given how quick there are some of the sections on here. But yeah, that's a bit of a shocker, to be honest. But we'll keep going. I mean, hopefully we can pick up another couple of places. We almost scored points in Australia first time in the first race of the season. From 19th, we were close. A spin on the last lap did us out of chasing down, because we were getting very, very close. We were chasing down Johnny Herbert for the last point. So there is potential in the car, and it was that race that really made Ricardo believe that good things could happen in this season. And I think I exceeded my expectations anyway with 3 wins. Bear in mind that we've never, in any of our series so far, have never got more than 1 win. Mansell won in Japan in the Mansell and McLaren series. Rubens had a great showing and won in Monza. Had another second place finish, right enough, and could have had more points finishes. Rubens got a win in Monza, and last time out, there we go. So we've improved there. So and we've already had our win for Damon in the other one last time out. Again, I'll go and have a wee look at that. That was a dramatic. There was a dramatic qualifying and a very eventful race for Damon Hill at Monaco. But this one, we've exceeded all expectations. There's 3 wins so far this season. We were leading the World Drivers' Championship at one point. Something else we've not done in any other game so far. I'm just starting to fling this car into these corners and take what we can get. Be a bit more aggressive to try and get up up the grid somewhat. It's not like we're in race conditions here where we need to try and protect something. Although this might be the play for the race, to be honest, because they're not. It's not. Oh, I don't know if I can get on the brake and off the on the brake. Come on! If I can get back on the throttle quite quickly, it doesn't seem to be as bad. I've got now so heading down the back straight now. I don't know if this is going to be an improvement or not on our time. I think 120.5 is probably a bit out of the I take a bit of each corner there and a bit of the wall. I think 120.5 might be a bit out of the question. Is it though? Is it though? Ooh! Oh my goodness! Oh my good. That was okay. That's lap covered. But that was better. I was not expecting to be that close, to be honest. I thought that might be. If we didn't take a chunk out of the wall, that might have been a pole lap there. We're not going to get a pole lap here on this one, given we've spun already. But the aggression seems to be working. It's just going to be those. There's going to be the second corner and the hairpin at the end. At the hairpin at the top of the track. That is going to be. Those are going to be the problem areas, I think. Being slightly more aggressive is helping, although sometimes it does take me over the grass. I wish to point out that is more because of the control mechanism and the janky handling on the game, as opposed to me doing it on purpose. There's a nice wee slide there, bringing out. Now he's just showing off the rallying. If he can keep it on the tarmac. Come around here, keep a lot of pace up now. What can we do here? Good exit from. Oh my god, no. It was a bit far off anyway. I don't think I see a good exit from these corners could have been a pole time, but I don't think it was. I think we were still a bit too far back anyway. But we've got two more flying laps to go, and we will see how we get on. It's currently sitting in third. At this point in time, I'll probably take third, to be honest. Certainly better than 15th we were before we got to third place. It just shows that Ricardo Rosset is not going away anytime soon. And what is also helpful is that it will put us ahead of Mika Hakkinen on the grid, our championship rival. It will put us behind. It will put us directly behind Michael. I think just now we're in a sort of. It could be a three-way dance at the top of the standings just now. DC is in fourth, a wee bit back. But so it will put us directly behind Michael. It will put us in front of Mika Hakkinen, which is good. Well, at this point in time, I don't know how many laps Mika has still got to do on his qualifying run. We're struggling at the top of it. And again, we did keep it on the track, which is always good. So we're now chasing down DC's 1:25.95. We need to take 3/10 off of our best time. All about this final corner once again. As we've taken a bit of grass, we've avoided the wall, but I did lose a bit. I did have to hit the brakes a wee bit there. We're not going to do it this time, as we remain in third. So this is it for Ricardo. We've got to get round the track in 1 minute and 20 and 1 minute 20 and a half seconds, give or take a few thousandths of a second, a few hundredths of a second here or there. That was better. That was very nice indeed. I did enjoy doing that. That was actually put a nice feeling in the belly there. Nice warm feeling in the belly there when you absolutely ace a couple of corners. Almost done it again there. That was also very clean. Now a nice entry and exit from the hairpin. Nice and quick, hopefully. As I brake from quite far back to try and get the car around. It's not really helping me very much. But we are away and we are heading down the back straight now. 1:25.95 in our sights. Can we do it? We have kept the pace up as we hit the wee kink there. Now it's all going to be about the entry, exit and everything else in between. to this final corner. We have absolutely aced that there. We've run a bit wide, but we are heading now to the start-finish line. Can we do it? It looks as if we can. Here we go. It's going to be very close. Yes, we can. That looks like a 119 on the board there. We might have snatched pole position from David Coulthard, and if we have, that's going to add another pole position to the CV for this season. But it also means that we put ourselves ahead of both of our championship rivals. As I take a nice sip of the coffee there. I don't know if coffee is caffeine is what I need at this point in time, but we will just might add the pace up in the race. But we will go to the race now. Where are we going to start? It will tell us we are indeed starting on pole position. Now we've got to get a good getaway here, and we seemingly have. Yes, we have. Oh, and DC and Michael have hit each other at the start. Oh my goodness, what a time to turn around there. DC and Michael have hit each other. Oh, we could potentially head off into the sunset, and Michael Schumacher involved in a collision. I'm afraid to turn round at this point in time. I need to try and we will turn round and see how far we are. That is a bit fortunate for us. That is a bit of good luck there. Where is it? Oh, we are in the clear. There is no one behind us. Oh, there has been a pile up on the first, just at the very start. I don't think they'd even made it to the timing line, and we are in the clear. We were involved in a big pile up towards the back in Monaco. I was not expecting it to come this early, especially at the front of the grid where it's all to play for. They're now starting to catch me up now, but DC is miles back. There is no McLaren. We are followed by 2 Ferraris. There is no McLarens in sight there. Hopefully it's Eddie Irvine that's directly behind me. Will there be team orders? That's the thing. To get Michael further up, I just need to keep my race clean, and that was a wee adventure over the grass day as well. We just need to keep our race clean. They're not even on this. They're not even in the start-finish straight so far. We are ahead of everyone. We have got some supreme luck at the start of this Canadian Grand Prix. Positions after lap 1, Rosset, Schumacher is ahead, but Coulthard is still ahead of Mika Hakkinen. We could be going back ahead in the World Drivers' standings as it stands just now, but we can only race our own race. We have to race our own race. There's no point in letting them catch up. No point in taking it easy and letting them catch up. That was almost our downfall in Brazil, when I was trying to take it easy on the middle sector. Need to try and keep it. It's the fine line of keeping it taking it easy and keeping it on the track, and going aggressive to make sure that we stay in front. That was maybe the best that we've done on the hairpin, but it was still very slow. And there is a Ferrari coming up behind us. They are in our wing mirrors as we now head down towards the final corners here. As a slow right down. Can we take it nice and easy? Yes, we can. That was as nice as we've done it. That was up there with the pole lap. As there's still a Ferrari in the wing mirror here. We're still ahead, and we are 1/3 of the way through this race. I have mistimed my braking point there. The caffeine might not have helped me. There might have been a bit of caffeine flowing through DC and Schumacher's veins as well as they were heading. Eddie Irvine is now down to 5th, so Hakkinen has made up another place. Eddie Irvine has been jumped by both McLarens somehow in lap number 2. Schumacher's just gone fastest by a good second. So he is chasing me down like there is no tomorrow. He needs these points. We're ahead of him in the championship. We're behind Mika. We're ahead of Michael Schumacher. He needs these points. He needs to make up points on us, not get further away. So he will be going hell for leather to try and overtake us. And we know what dirty tactics Michael Schumacher can pull out, as you've seen over the years. And I almost go on to the grass. There is Michael Schumacher there. He is getting closer and closer. I almost head onto the grass. If we were on the grass there, we were being overtaken. There is no doubt about that. what we need to do here is make sure, more than anything else, we keep the car on the tarmac. Because any mistake and Schumacher is overtaking us. At this point in time, we are ahead in the world driver standings. But everything can change because we've got Schumacher close behind us. Making up points on Mika Hakkinen is great, but we need to keep up the pressure and make sure that Schumacher doesn't eat into the gap between the two of us as well, because that would bring Michael right back into this. And we're away from him again. We've kept up the pace very, very well on this section of the track, and it's important that we do keep up, make a nice gap between ourselves and Michael. I didn't notice that we've actually gone fastest in that last lap with 1:21.9, so that's nice. We're in the 1:21s for the first time in the race as we're slowly catching monkey round the final hairpin, as Michael seems to take a lot of pace into that and round the corner, but he does run wide there, and we're now seemingly out of his sights. Oh, I forgot where it was in the track there. I thought I was coming up for the kink. Oh, that was, and do you know what? That was the best we've taken that one so far. That was out of more luck. That was more luck than design as we head into the 19s. We've taken 2 seconds off of our best time there. That was more luck than better judgment. I am going to be very, very honest with everyone. As it is as you were. Alex Wirtz in the top 6 again for Benetton. That's going to be another good finish for Alex Wirtz in this season. As we head through these sections now, lap number 5, we are 2/3 of the way through this race, and we just need to have broken very early there. Well, brake very early, broken very early, doesn't really matter. I slowed the car down very, very early there. Schumacher not behind us at this point, but let's just get the car round. That's the best we've taken that so far. It was one of the quickest we've ever taken it so far, but Michael is right on our tail. As I say, one mistake and that could be curtains for this race. This is the closest I think we've ever... Well, no, because Brazil was very close, because Eddie Irvine almost took us out, as we're caught up to the back, and this is the earliest that we've caught up to back marker so far. There's going to be a lot of traffic, and this could be absolutely disastrous for us. We've not had to overtake anyone. There was an arrows there that slammed on the anchors in front of us. This is a disaster. This is an absolute disaster. I'm not going to lie. We need to try and take these out. Take these one by one. Team orders. Move out my way. Team orders. What? Our own teammate is just trying to take us out. Ken Tyrrell is on the pit wall, furious. And Schumacher's right up behind us now. Team orders, move out my way. Oh, I don't like this at all. And I've just made a noise there that was up there with Gary Neville. I don't know where that came from. I don't think I've ever made that noise ever in my life. Where's Michael? Michael's caught behind a lot of traffic here. Out of my way, Minardi. Michael's caught behind a lot of traffic. This is... Whoa. Right, I think we have... The traffic has not helped us, but we've managed to navigate it. The traffic is certainly not helping Michael, as we're just going to get ourselves round these corners here and take the race win in Montreal. It was a close fight. It was almost a disaster towards the end here in Montreal. Mayhem in Montreal towards the end there, but we have scored another podium. We've scored another race win, our 4th of the season in 6 races, or 7 races. Many races. We have had many wins in many races, but that should put us back of the world drivers' standards. Schumacher, It was looked a lot further away than 1.4. He's obviously navigated some of the back markers there very, very well indeed. But that could have been a disaster. I cannot believe that we were almost taken out by our teammate who was fighting for no points. He was fighting for absolutely nothing at the back there other than pride. But we look at the World Driver standings, and Häkkinen's points finish here has put us level. It was very important that we have kept ahead of Schumacher. We have increased our lead over Michael Schumacher now to 7 points. But Häkkinen had managed to getting himself up to 4th, jumping Eddie Irvine there has helped him retain the lead of the World Driver standings on purely must be alphabetical order, because on countback we should be top, but we are joint top with 40 points with Mika Häkkinen, 7 ahead of Michael Schumacher, who is in 3rd place as it would be, or 2nd on here in terms of points. DC further back, then he's a point ahead of Eddie Irvine. Heinz-Harald Frentzen with 10 points for Williams. Alex Wurz with another good points finish, he increases to 7 into 6th place. Then you have Jean Alesi on 3 and the single points for Damon and Johnny Herbert. So there will be a debrief in the Tyrrell motorhome, no doubt. We have extended our lead over Williams and been 3rd place there with 40 points. So 4 wins this season, and then the rest of our races have been non-points finishes. So it is either the sublime or the ridiculous in the Tyrrell finishes this year. But we move on now to the Mika. Actually, the team orders took precedent there. He actually did finish 3rd in the end. So Ron Dennis trying to save the World Drivers Championship. Fair enough to him, but there needs to be some serious discussions in the Tyrrell motorhome after as to why the same orders were not implemented. Team orders, blue flags. I don't even know what happened there as our teammate tried to take us out. But we, after all that chaos, we do head now to our next race, which will be Manicure. Oh no! Oh my goodness, Manicure is hairpin central. So that could be an interesting one. But that is for next week. This week we will shower ourselves in the glory that was another race victory for the Tyrrell team. So until next time, I must thank everyone for watching once again, and we'll see you next time where we try and survive Manicure.